First of all, what we've said from the start is that we would respect the outcome of the referendum. And while it was close, it still is a majority in favor of not proceeding with locking our clocks on daylight saving time year-round. I know from the work we've done on this over the last couple of years, we've heard from many Albertans. Starting in November of 2019, on our first survey on this, where over 140,000 Albertans voted overwhelmingly in favor of locking the clocks, all the way up and until now with this referendum. We know that folks feel very strongly about this. Now, there are folks who feel strongly that they would prefer daylight time, folks who feel strongly they would prefer standard time, and then there are folks who feel strongly that they would prefer the status quo and to continue changing their clocks. What matters, though, is that a majority of Albertans spoke and said, we're going to stick with the status quo. The government of Alberta will respect that decision, and we will continue to monitor what other jurisdictions do. But for now, our priority will be to continue working on leading through the pandemic, growing and diversifying our economy, and positioning all Albertans for a strong future. As you know, a referendum question needs to be a clear yes-no question. And so, and it can't be two questions. So we can't say, do you want to lock the clocks? Yes, no. Do you want daylight or standard time? Yes, or either or. So we, in our assessment, had determined that given that the vast majority of provinces and states were moving towards permanent daylight time, and given that it would be important that we not move in an opposite direction and being completely out of sync with all of our trading partners and the rest of the continent, that the choice should be between the status quo of changing our clocks twice a year or locking the clocks on permanent daylight time. And as we saw from the results, it was very close. The vote came in as no, we're going to stick with the status quo. We will respect that outcome.